Alright guys, so this is going to be a quick one. It's just a little update on the pinky, and then we are going to move off of this pinky thing because I need to get some videos done about plants, guys. But this one's mainly for two people. One for me because I want to see this 10 or 20 years from now and be able to look back on it. And two, for Cindy, because she just wants to see the wound. Anyway, here you go. I'm going to undress this thing. I'm going to tell you what I went through yesterday. I went to the OT office and they took it out of that cast. They did some therapy on it, showed me how they want me moving it, the exercises they want done, and how often. We went through all that, how to clean it, how to dress it, all that good stuff. We're going to go inside right now and I'm going to take this thing down from the splint. They ended up putting me in this splint here. I still have to keep my hand at this 90-degree angle now for a while, but I've got tons of exercises to do now every 2 hours. It's a pretty strenuous situation going forward, but it's imperative for that tendon to heal and all those little collagen fibers that are healing to line up in the right direction and provide strength for the tendon 6 weeks and 12 weeks down the road when it's finally healed. So let's take you inside. I'm going to take all this down and show you what that wound looks like. Alright guys, there it is. They originally, when he came in and marked it, he marked from the tip of the pinky all the way down in that zigzag pattern, and he went along and used the same laceration that I originally made on the glass, and then went down the side there, and he had marked it all the way down my palm. A lot of that's worn off from moisture now, but he marked it all the way down my palm because he thought he may have to go into the palm to find the tendon. But fortunately, he only had to cut through the pinky to find the tendon. It wasn't retracted all the way back into the palm. So that's what we've got. We've got a nice little zigzag incision there, and it's all sewn up obviously and hopefully healing up well in there. Pretty crazy looking, huh? He really had that pinky flayed open, guys. Sorry for those of you who don't want to look at that, but you've probably clicked off by now. Anyway, I've got to do some exercise with this now. It makes me a little nervous just because I don't want that tendon to rupture that's sewn together, but I am learning more and more about this, and if I don't do these exercises, it's just passive range of motion. So I'm supposed to do these exercises with it now, and it's amazing how deconditioned the other fingers are, but I'm supposed to take my fingers here and just passively push them down and then stretch these guys out every 2 hours. Same with all of them, and then I get down to the pinky, and this is the crazy part. I'm still completely numb in here. The OT said that you can expect about 1 inch of nerve recovery per month, if I remember right, but I will eventually get the feeling back in that finger at 60% is what the doc said, but I'm supposed to passively take this and push it down, and I'll tell you what, it's really tight. That the goal is for me to eventually get that all the way down to the palm, and then I'm not allowed to go past 90 degrees here, but he wanted me to try and straighten the finger out without pulling too tight because I don't want to pull that tendon apart in there. That's the part that makes me a little nervous, but by doing this it will realign the collagen fibers in the pattern that the finger will be used ultimately, and that will provide the most strength down the road when this thing fully heals. So if you don't do this motion, I guess that collagen does not, it just kind of jumbles up in a big scar and it doesn't provide much strength for the tendon. So I've got to do this every 2 hours now for the next 6 weeks. So I'm kind of working even though I'm off work. But a little scary for me. I don't want to go too far. But something else I want to show you guys with this, and that is these fingernails. So I clip both hands at the same time, and if you'll notice, the hand I didn't hurt, the fingernail is growing a lot faster. I clipped these about 2 days before the injury, and there's almost no growth on this side. Same with the other fingers. I can't really turn this hand all the way around, but same with the other fingers. Lots of growth on these fingernails, none on this. So that makes me wonder something else with those fingernails. Am I getting enough blood flow and healing to the area? If I can't even grow nails on this hand, how do I get more blood flow to that hand to heal? And I have a feeling it's because I'm not using my hand. I'm not pumping blood in and out of them. So once again, these exercises are going to be detrimental to, you know, the healing process. I mean, I've got to do them to get blood pumping into them, and it's so bizarre. You can tell just by the fingernail growth. I just don't have a lot of blood flow to this hand right now, but I've got to do what I've got to do to be able to get it there without actually using that finger. I'm not allowed to actually use the muscles to contract it yet, or I could pull that tendon apart. So anyway, I just thought that was really interesting, but I'll be doing my exercises, and this thing will hopefully heal up sooner than later, and we can get on with life. So I guess that's the end of that there. Here you go, Cindy. I know you wanted to see that. It's going to be tough for me to try and do the dressing change and film it, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean my hands up off camera and dress this thing back up. But pretty gnarly looking. Anyway, for those of you that liked this little pinky series, hope you enjoyed this one. I'm probably going to slow down on these pinky videos now because there's really not much else to show. It's just going to be about recovery, and then I can focus on getting back to plants, guys. So I will see you in the next video. Adios.